Hola, buenos dias.
Hola.
So it is day 2 of us being here in Seville. We arrived yesterday. We were just too exhausted after a almost 11-hour flight with no sleep, and then catching a 3-hour train ride from Madrid to Seville, where we are today. And yeah, we were supposed to get a car, or we're in a car now, but there was a bit of a hiccup because we rented a car through which was Enterprise, and we didn't realize that they were in particular were requiring an international driver's license. And I've driven in Spain before, and that was the first time we were asked about it, so I was not aware. And with this international driver's license, it's not required by the rental cars, but for Enterprise, and I think Enterprise and Budget, you'll see in the video, they're combined together. They require a physical international driver's license along with a driver's license as well. So we weren't aware of that, so we couldn't get the booking through there. But thankfully, there's other bookings in there next door, and so I went to Avis, and they actually didn't require one. They just need your passport and your driver's license. But they said that the Spanish police do require it in case you do get pulled over, because if you don't have that, then they fine you, and I guess they take away the vehicle as well. So lesson learned. Yeah, so for those who are watching this, just get your international driver's license. You can get it, and for those of us who live in Canada, you can get it at CAA. For me, I was able to get it online, but we were just speaking with some other Canadians who got turned away from Enterprise, and they were told that this wasn't accepted. It was another brand, but you know what, I got it anyways. It was like 90 euros, or yeah, I think it was 90 euros or 90 Canadian or American. I can't remember what it went through, but it was expedited and I got it within 5 minutes. So I have that just in case if we do get pulled over. But yeah, I've got it now. And so we are headed to, where are we going?
We're going to go to Faro, which is in Portugal, right on the coast. Some nice beaches there. Hopefully get some nice seafood.
Yeah, and we rented a hotel there for one night. So yeah, and before that, another thing too, when we arrived in Madrid, Kyle lived in Europe before, and he was saying how it was very easy to get trains and stuff. So when we arrived, there's only a couple seats available, and it was quite pricey for the day of. So another lesson learned: book your train tickets beforehand, at least a few days or a week.
Because even coming back to Madrid, the trains are all full for the next 4 or 5 days. So yeah, the days of just jumping on a train are over.
Yeah, and we were just talking to Thomas, our other friend that lives in Switzerland,
Yeah.
and he said it's just because the demand is there, but the supply isn't there, so there's just not a lot of trains running and operating. So you do have to plan ahead now, which is unfortunate, because for people like us who like to do things last minute, it gets a bit difficult. But yeah, it's a bit of an expensive lesson learned from yesterday and today, but you know what, it is what it is. And so we're just gonna go with the flow. No,
we're not gonna go with the flow anymore. We're gonna plan.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll head to Faro, spend the night there, and then come back to Seville and spend a couple days here before we head back to Madrid. And we are actually taking it's called Blah Blah. It's a car.
Yeah.
It's not a car sharing, but there's drivers that drive back and forth to point A to point B, and so we were able to get a decent price. It was about 80
euros for 2 people.
Yeah.
Which is more expensive if you just plan ahead.
Yeah.
And get a flight.
Yeah. So that was the other option that we should have looked into, was just doing connection flight from Madrid to Seville. So yeah, plan ahead for Europe, because it's not, like Kyle said, it's not like how it was before. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy the ride. Come follow us, and then we'll take some really great videos and pictures along the coast. And it's about a 3-hour drive out to Faro from here, so looking forward to it.
2-hour drive, but we're gonna take a little longer.
Yeah. All right, okay, see you guys. to Faro after a few-hour drive. We made a few pit stops, as you see in the video, but yeah, it's a really easy drive, but we're exhausted, you know, because we just been on the go, but we're happy to have gotten here, and we're gonna check out the town. It's pretty cute. It's chilly, but it's supposed to warm up later, I think later this week, but we'll miss out on that. But we're gonna check out some of the shops and restaurants and find something to eat, because we want some pulpo, which is squid. So yeah, we'll check it out and we'll find something, or octopus, sorry, octopus. So yeah, we're gonna check it out, and come follow us and see what Faro's all about, and see how cute of a town it is. Bye. Even with the hiccup around the rental car, this quick trip to Faro was totally worth it. We had such a fun time wandering the charming old town, trying some delicious Portuguese food, and taking in all the beautiful tower work, which reminded us a lot of what we saw in Brazil. We definitely wish we had another day or two to explore more, but you know what, this visit just made us even more excited to come back and see more of what Portugal has to offer. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on our next Beyond Boundaries adventures. Bye!